John, you pack so much into a speech. If anyone remembers his other speeches, he's got so many facts, and today it was so many jokes that you just pack into a speech. So I have to say, good speech. But I also have to say, by what standard? In other words, you can have an enjoyable, easy to listen to, entertaining speech, and this one nailed that. I think it was enjoyable, I think it was entertaining. I want to talk about the jokes a little bit. But the book, which is what the Competent Communicator Bible, if we will, had you do was 4 different purposes, or 4 different parts of the speech. And they were to have a general purpose, a specific purpose, to speak with confidence and to minimize your nervousness, and then not to rely on notes. So let me go through each one of those things. So the general purpose, there were several choices they gave you. You picked on entertainment, and I believe you hit that very well. In fact, you knew you hit it well in the sense of how you prepared, and that was really your focus of the speech as we talked about it. The jokes were very funny. And I don't know that much about humor, but what I'm told is it's all about timing. And I think your timing was just a little bit off. The jokes were just a little bit edgy. One thought I had about it is you said, your mom. And that personalizes it. Now, I think that can be very well done in a comic setting sort of thing, when you know you're there to laugh. But I think people were just a little bit, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, my mom? What do you, my mom? My mom? You know, it was like, but I think in a humor or a comedy club setting, I think people would have gotten it and been there. So your jokes were hysterical. You worked so much into it. You say things like, wait a minute, that was funny. You know, it was some of that back and forth kind of thing going on there. And the other part about it is facial expressions. So you had talked about how you tend not to move, and you also don't tend to move this very much. And so a lot of times the delivery of a joke is putting that little wink in your eye or that little tilt of the head or something like that to help bring the fact, oh, that is meant to be a joke. The specific purpose, you said you didn't think you had one. I think you did have a specific purpose. It was the title of your speech, empathy. And that part didn't really get developed as it could have, because I think it really would have helped bring everything into context and move forward. You needed more connection. I love the statements, don't talk about it, be about it. Again, that's something that you could have developed and brought forward a little bit. You concluded with, doesn't everybody want happiness, a healthy life, and feeling loved? And again, there's that piece that you could have developed a little bit further. But honestly, you had a good flow. As far as confidence, I think you come across, I talked to you about that in email, that you come across with a very strong confidence. And again, you can assume that that's going to be there. That's something you can bank on. The minimal nervousness, I know you were nervous. I saw a little bit of it, but I think you can ignore the fact that I don't think it flavors the speech very much. So I think you can move past that. And as far as notes, obviously you don't ever use notes. It's very impressive. In fact, with the amount of stuff you pack into a speech, I think every one of us is challenged regarding that. Bottom line, develop that empathy, purpose. And I think also a word to each of us, the book is put together so that we can develop those things. And so rely upon those things as your goal. Thank you.